Guys, welcome back again for another week 10 video. This time is the god awful 410 wing sprint car at the god awful Volusia Speedway. And talk about the worst combination in iRacing, huh? For me, at least. I don't know. I've complained about this place enough. You guys have heard me this last week, previous videos. It doesn't even have to be about Volusia, and you've probably heard me in a video complain about Volusia. So, you know all my my qualms, so to speak, with Volusia, and I'm just gonna get right into the setup here. My folder for Volusia looks absolutely ridiculous. That's how you know I hate this place so much. But we have transferred over the 360 setup from last week and then made, I think it's just a left rear shock change, if I'm not mistaken. And then the crossweight's tweaking out. It's supposed to be 47.7, close enough. That's how much I hate this place. I don't even feel like trying to get it good. But then I struggle so much with that bump going into 3, like that tosses the car to the left, and the one up here into turn 1. That I'm gonna try this Williams Grove bar combination on the rear end here. I'm gonna go 1050 and 1025. So it's not an exact transfer over from the 360, but everything else is pretty much dead on what I had last week. I put 30 wing in it just because. I don't know, because it's a 410 at Volusia and I suck here, so slowing me down arrow-wise as much as possible is probably a good idea. But if you don't get enough cars, I would say more than 15. I mean, it's the 410. 30 might be fine no matter what, but maybe the max you could go is like 28 if you're better than me here. But yeah, nothing crazy again in the setup. I'll point out the laps here. This is where I was on 3. Oh god, this was 3.9, and then was this 3.9? God, now I can't even remember. Let me just watch the laps back. So I tried the 3.3 shock thing here, basically is what I'm trying to say. What I did was I went 3.3 shock with, was it 1.5 packer? 1.5 inch packer, maybe? And then I went 3.9 shock with 2-inch packer. That's what it was. And then I went 3.3 shock again with 2-inch packer. So 3.3 with 1.5-inch packer, 3.9 with 2-inch packer, 3.3 with 2-inch packer, and then back to the original 3.9 with 2-inch packer. And I think this is the one I like the most. So the 3.3 was just oh, this is the 3.3 up here. I don't know. It's not terrible, but if the track gets up here on the flat part, I don't think it's going to feel great. But the 3.3 and the 3.9 didn't feel different when hitting the turn 1 bump cushion on the wall, and it didn't feel different up here either on this one if I hit it wrong. I think the biggest key to the change in the setup was making the change to the rear bar. Softening up this right rear bar and stiffening up this left rear one kind of keeps the car, I think, from snapping left. So yeah, last week I think I had a 4.9 maybe in the 360 setup, but I think we can get away with a 3.9 this week at Volusia. For transparency's sake, let me show you guys exactly what I do. So I have my baselines, right? Let's see, baseline feature that I don't use often anymore because I just don't. I just don't run these shocks anymore, and I don't run these bars. Um, I haven't been using these for a while. You can see 4.5, 4.5. Like, oh, that was base feature. That's the wrong one. Anyway. Do I even have it? 2021 baselines. I have feature bottom. Let's go slick feature. So I had all this stuff, right, for baselines, and I don't quite go this route anymore. I haven't pulled the right rear in that far much. I haven't really taken that much rebound out of the left rear that much anymore. Well, that's a lie. I've been putting it on 3.3 and the 360. So, but like normally, like at normal tracks, like 7 is just kind of like not a number I've landed on lately. It feels like, and then yeah, like just shocks and stuff are pretty close, but not all the way there. And then the bars are pretty close on the 2021 baseline stuff. But there's been different things I've been trying other than these. And the way I do this is I just go, like this week's Volusia. So I go to Volusia, I see 47.7, I type 47.7, and then I take the wing out, or depending on what I'm doing, I take the wing out of the front end, take the wing out of or put the wing on 30 or 28 or whatever I'm doing, depending on the track, for the top wing, move it forward a little bit, and then I go up, all the way on the front. Usually switch this to like 5.5, 3, because it just depends. And then I go out on, well, not on these numbers. I changed these. So like this week I was like, well, I like Williams Grove. But anyway, the shocks, the bump and the rebound on the rear, I leave them just to get a feel of the car before I make changes to the shocks. I want the rear shocks to be the last thing I have to change. So I come in here and I already know, okay, I'm at Volusia. I'm going to need to pull the right rear end on maybe 1/2 inch. Left rear at 14, not bad. 12 inches stagger. I'm like, okay, that's too much. Let me go to 11.5. And then I go double check everything. And I'm like, oh, and then I forgot. I changed the bars. The one thing I do in the rear is definitely change the bars to what I want the bar diameter to be. And then I go from here, say to myself whether or not like I'm going to rip the top, let's raise the car. If I'm going to roll the bottom, let's lower it, and go from there. So like this week, what did I even land on? I know it's only 21 gallons, but that's the process. That's what goes through my head. So when I land on what I have, the shocks are often very, very similar to what the baseline has in the rear end for the shocks. Even though everything else is, almost completely different, the rear shocks are just something I've tried to not touch as much and get the car comfortable without having to mess with them that much, because this is where my fine tuning comes in. And you guys know that because the 3.7 to the 3.3 in that original Eldora, like it was like, how come this doesn't feel that much different? These shocks don't feel like they do too much. So if I can leave those pretty close to, the standard, what iRacing has in them, then I will. But that's kind of my thought process going through the setup. But anyway, we'll watch a few laps here on this R6 setup, and a couple of them I go as high as I can to see how it feels up on the flat part. I smack the wall getting too high into 3 and 4, and it's turning really good on this top portion of the track where it's really flat. So I liked that. That made me feel confident that it's gonna be able to roll up there, even though it's got a stiffer left rear bar and a softer right rear bar. It's not perking up and rolling right too early coming out of the corner and driving me into the outside wall. So that's kind of why I also left the 3.9 in there to keep that side tied down. And then the same reason why I kept 11.5 inches stagger in there, just to keep me turning through the middle of the corner. Going really high up here, washing up all the way to the wall on both sides as close as I can without a cushion. And it feels fine. It feels good. It's rolling pretty well. And then I'd switch back here to the banking. Again, it's just about staying low enough right there. That way the car doesn't oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Snap left, um, going into 3. So that previous lap was awful. I did not like this line at all. I was so low here. It turned me kind of hard into the corner. I didn't expect it to, and I like couldn't get up high enough like I wanted to, and I just kept my foot in. I was like, screw it. And the left side, again, the left side's tied down, so I couldn't. I was trying to pull it back to the right so much, and almost killed myself on the wall there and going into 1. But I think this car's got a lot of good recoverability this week, I think. Am I confident that I'm ever going to put together the fastest Volusia setup on track? God, no. Um, but I think this one's going to be good enough to win races. So, yeah, you can see me just turn into the wall there and put myself out of my misery. I'm only running 26 laps on this one this week, so spent a lot of time on the 361 for the USA. And Volusia, I don't care about it. So I can't wait for this week to be over. I'm not going to do probably any of these officials because I hate this track so much. And if I get some free time to do officials, you can bet your ass it's not going to be 410s of Volusia. So, yeah, this was overall, I really like this lap, man. I got into 1 really good and was able to keep the car on the banking, just, kind of right on it. And then a nice entry into 3. I really like that, man. The car just kind of glided over that point right there on that time. And, I kept you could see me keeping the wheel turned to the right quite a bit once I got there to keep the car from pitching. I think that's just kind of what you have to do at Volusia this week. You're going to have to counter steer a lot before you get to the corner. And once you get past that hump, then you can turn left into the corner. So that's it. 21 gallons makes it, even if you're going to run the top, I'm pretty sure. And what else? Nothing really. You guys, I would say have fun. But it's Volusia 410s, and I don't wish that hell on anyone. So, but no, I'm just kidding. You guys have fun. Everybody take care. If this setup feels good to you and you're a crazy person, let me know. But other than that, you probably won't see me in these lobbies at all. So you guys have fun. Let me know how the races go. Post up the results in the Discord. And as always, thanks for watching.